This is a special precious metals update from SGT Report. Hey guys, Sean here from SGTReport.com and the SGT Report YouTube channel with really important information I want to share with you. As so many of you guys well know, Willem Middelkoop, author of The Big Reset, has said, quote, "The great monetary reset is being designed and planned right now." And he says China has been calling for a monetary reset since 2009. China has said it feels trapped by the dollar system.
I want to make very clear that the reset thesis, the reset of the monetary system, is almost an underground topic here in the West. It's mainstream in China. A monetary reset is being designed and planned.
As you guys also know, the SGE is now competing directly with the paper Ponzi at the COMEX, and we're going to get to some very important information regarding that in just 1 second.
If you look at the total physical amount of gold accumulated since 2005, when the gold market was opened in China, it's 13,000 tons now. And that's an incredible amount, especially given the official gold reserve of only 1,600 tons.
Again, guys, we're watching the death of the fiat monetary system once helmed by the petrodollar. Now, one of the reasons for this special report, and there's several reasons, but the first reason is I want to talk about the SGE versus the COMEX paper Ponzi. As we watch physical silver and gold move from west to east, we're seeing some extremely telling information, quantifiable information, as seen here on the website didthesystemcollapse.com. Now, one thing I want to read to you guys is the definition of arbitrage: the simultaneous buying and selling of securities, currency, or commodities in different markets or in derivative forms in order to take advantage of differing prices for the same asset. Now, getting back to didthesystemcollapse.com. Do you guys see something very telling here? Because the SGE is screaming that the 70-to-1 silver to gold paper ratio on Wall Street is fading fast. Now, on Sunday night, the night I released my latest interview with Keith Neumeyer, the CEO of First Majestic, the arbitrage between silver in the West and silver in the East was 45 cents an ounce, while the arbitrage between the gold price was $3.23 an ounce. This arbitrage is very specifically telling us that the real-world silver-to-gold ratio, as demonstrated by the arbitrage in silver and gold west to east, was 7.17. And at the end of the market close on Monday, with a $3.38 arbitrage opportunity in gold and a 28-cent arbitrage opportunity in silver, the silver-to-gold ratio was 12, much closer to the 9-to-1 silver-to-gold ratio that's currently being mined planet-wide, according to Keith Neumeyer.
As I said earlier in the interview, we're mining 9-to-1, and First Majestic's the purest silver company in the world, and it's something that we take very seriously because if my thesis proves out, which I think it will, there's going to be a collapse in this ratio more to the natural rate where it should be trading, and the miners around the world are mining about 800 million ounces of silver a year, and we're consuming, as a human race, a little over 1.1 billion ounces a year. So that deficit is a continued deficit that's been going on for over 3 decades now, and the above ground supplies of silver are at historic lows, and production's actually dropping, and consumption is actually increasing. So there's nothing else that can happen except the silver price has to move higher.
9-to-1 is the ratio that they're pulling physical silver out of the ground versus gold. And we're seeing those same ratios as demonstrated by the SGE. And as didthesystemcollapse.com asks, what is going on? They write, real money is gold and silver. Paper money only started having value because it used to be backed by gold several decades ago. Now it's backed by nothing except mass delusion and geopolitics. Since the 2008 economic collapse, central banks around the world have overdosed on financial stimulus and printing money out of thin air. They have artificially suppressed the prices of gold and silver to keep the dollar delusion going. On April 19, 2016, China locked in the dollar's death by launching their own gold price fix. For the first time in modern history, there are now two prices of gold, one in the Chinese yuan and the other in the dying dollar. If the West were to raise the price of gold, it would kill the dollar completely, as it would prematurely instigate the inevitable mother of all safe haven panics. If the East were to raise the price of gold, it would drain the West's gold reserves due to arbitrage. This would expose the West's fake gold market and kill the dollar. Doing this prematurely means the East could no longer buy gold for themselves at heavily undervalued prices for their post-collapse monetary dominance. The eventual endgame is that the price of gold skyrockets and the dollar permanently collapses along with the global banking system and modern society as we know it. Black Friday will be every day.
We can't go on any longer like this. We don't have breakfast or lunch, and we merely don't have any dinner.
As the masses murder each other for a peach pit. This is sure to happen anytime between now and the end of 2018. Don't believe it? Don't worry, you'll find out soon. Whether or not they're right about the collapse of the dollar by 2018, we don't know, but we do continue to point to the 1988 cover of the Rothschild's Economist magazine predicting just that.
Central bankers are quite afraid that too many people will start fleeing towards gold. So that's why pension funds are not allowed to buy physical gold. I'm a fund manager myself. Within the permits we have, we're not allowed to invest in physical gold, only in financial products connected to gold. So,
which is laughable. I mean, if you think about it, it's laughable.
That's why I think we're seeing the moves that we're seeing is because the big money is coming into this market, realizing that the game is afoot. You know, it's the manipulation we've been witnessing is coming to an end, in my view.
Okay, guys, now one last word. I mentioned in my interview with Keith Neumeyer that I would weigh into his stock in the very near future. I did so today at a price of $16.31 per share. Did I get the bottom? Nope, I blew it, as I said in that interview. I missed 250, 3, 6, 7, 10. I bought it today at 16 for some very specific, quantifiable reasons. We don't know where silver is going in the next 30 days. The WebBot report suggests it's going to 38 and beyond in the very near future. What we do know is that the COMEX is doomed. Will it default? It doesn't matter. It's being made irrelevant by the SGE. So, I purchased 1,000 shares of AG First Majestic Silver today at a price of $16.31, and I also purchased 1,250 shares of Keith's company, First Mining Finance. I did so in one of my privately run IRA accounts. Now, guys, I wanted to disclose that to you for some very specific reasons. As I recounted in that interview with Keith, I missed the boat on a terrific opportunity, which was First Majestic at $3 a share. Now, looking at the numbers, Keith told us that in 2011, when First Majestic reached its former high of $26, the company was only mining 7 million ounces of silver per year. In 2016, the company is on track to pull out 20 million ounces of silver, almost 3 times as much silver, and the stock sits at 16. Okay, here's the other thing. Keith told us that for every dollar move higher in the silver price, it adds approximately $20 million profit to the bottom line of First Majestic.
At our production level of 20 million ounces of silver on an equivalency basis, every dollar move in the silver price adds $20 million to our revenue line. And most of that, about 18 million of that, 18 to 19 million of that is pure profits. It drops right to the bottom line.
That means at $25 silver, instead of $150 million profit, the company would spin off $250 million in profit. At $30 silver, $350 million profit. At $40 silver, the company would be spinning off $550 million in profit annually. Guys, you can run the numbers for yourself. I just wanted to disclose the position. We'll monitor it, we'll watch it. Some of you may be able to get a better deal than I got. And I'll tell you this, if the stock retraces 40% from where it is now, I will double down. But I wanted to get a position. I hope to continue to build on that position, and I will make disclosures to you as I do so. I want to thank each and every one of you for listening. We're in this mess together. I have multiple safes full of physical precious metal. I think it makes sense to leverage what I know is going on at the SGE and what I know is going on with Wall Street smart money with at least a position in some of these mining stocks. We'll keep on this, guys, and I thank you for your support at sgtreport.com. Real news 24/7. Have a terrific week ahead. God bless.
It could develop in a perfect storm on the upside around 2020 or even before.